Jason Roth, Keystone Agronomist with Crop Consideration. Hey, today I want to talk to you about wheat, but I'm a little further north in Keystone's territory, and I want to catch wheat where it's a little bit further along developmentally. To do that, I'm actually going to phone a friend, Betsy Bower, fellow agronomist with Keystone, and have her walk us through wheat a little bit further south where wheat's further along. Let me reach out to her. Hey Betsy.
Hey Jason.
Hey, yeah, could you do that quick video for us and help walk us through a little bit on wheat and some of the opportunities that lie ahead?
Yeah, I'd be happy to talk about protecting wheat at heading. Well, I happen to be in a wheat field today. I'm looking for wheat to be in the right stage for a fungicide application at heading. And what I'm noticing is that nearly all the wheat heads are emerged, and I'm also starting to find some wheat heads where I can see some of the anthers. That's indicating that a flowering process has started and the pollination process has started. So what's so important about this stage in wheat? Well, it has to do with a disease, one of the more problematic diseases in wheat, called head scab. Head scab is caused by Fusarium graminearum, which is the same disease agent that causes gibberella ear and stalk rot in corn. And in previous years, even last year or other years, if we've had gibberella in corn, that Fusarium fungus can overwinter on that residue. And so in warm, wet springs like this spring, that disease can get activated. It will sporulate, those spores will get into the air and then move off of that field in wind and rain. So if we happen to have a wheat field nearby that's flowering, those spores could then get on that wheat head and start that infection process. So in heavy disease years with head scab, we can lose up to 30% of our yield, 30 to 35%, but not only that, that disease can develop into vomitoxin, which is a mycotoxin. We've been talking about that in corn the last couple of years. So foodstuffs made from grain with vomitoxin can be poisonous to animals as well as humans. When we think about a fungicide at heading, it's sort of a twofer in this instance, because not only can we help protect the head from reduced head scab, we also protect the flag leaf, which is the last leaf that emerges from the plant. And did you know that nearly 90% of the photosynthase that flag leaf collects goes into developing grain in that head? So protecting that flag leaf from septoria leaf and bloom blotch, as well as some of our rusts, can be pretty important. So while we're at it, if we're going to put on a fungicide application, other things that we need to think about are insects. One of the more common insects in wheat is going to be armyworm, and it's the female moths fly over in wind currents. They're looking for a place to lay eggs. A wheat field is perfect because there's plenty of green. There's going to be plenty of food for their young. So they lay eggs. The larvae then move up the stem, start chomping on that flag leaf, as well as can clip off that head. So other things that we need to think about, nutritionals. We're already there. If we're there with a fungicide, if we're there with an insecticide, is there a nutrient that I can apply? One of the first ones I think about is boron, because we're in a flowering crop, we're in a pollinating crop, and boron is pretty important to seed and kernel set, and also helps to move sugars. So that would be one nutrient that we do further south pretty often in wheat. Other nutrients that can be low would be magnesium, manganese, and copper, but I'd certainly like to understand a tissue test before I made that recommendation. If you have any questions about protecting wheat, see your local Keystone Crops professional.